in the home of Joseph Smith, who is the prophet of the restoration of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I love the story of Joseph Smith so much. It honestly means the world to me.
I really believe that God appeared to Joseph Smith when he was 14. Heavenly Father chose someone so innocent and humble to restore his gospel. So I believe it.
In the war between good and evil, the restoration of the gospel through the prophet Joseph Smith has both inspired believers who follow him and also provoked antagonists who fight furiously against the cause of Zion and against Joseph himself. This battle is not new. It began soon after Joseph walked into the sacred grove and continues today with added visibility on the internet.
When I tell a lot of people this story or tell them our church was founded by a 14-year-old boy who had a question, their first response is, "That's impossible." And when I think of it, I actually think of it as a very special experience. He was a very loving, righteous young man who just wanted to know what was true.
Everybody was so focused on religion, and there was a lot of contention between the different religions.
They were all fighting with each other about which one was right, and he wanted to know for himself which one he should join. He was concerned at a very young age about the welfare of his soul.
He had that feeling that there was a truth. He knew there was a God, and he wanted to develop that relationship with the God. And he said, how could they all be right when they all interpret the same parts of the scriptures so differently? There could only be one truth because they disagree with each other.
Fortunately, young Joseph did not let his questions paralyze his faith. He sought answers in the Bible and found this counsel.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
That scripture is what told him that if he had a sincere belief and faith that was not wavering, he would receive an answer to his question.
He said, well, if anybody needs wisdom, I do, because I don't know what church I'm supposed to join, and I know that it's going to be one of them.
Joseph recalled, never did any passage come with more power to the heart of man than this did at this time to mine. It seemed to enter with great force into every feeling of my heart. I reflected on it again and again. With simple faith, Joseph acted on these spiritual feelings.
And went to the sacred grove and knelt down and said his first prayer out loud.
And he heard things around him, and he was looking around, and he was scared.
He said that a powerful force of darkness overcame him.
He was attacked by the adversary very strongly.
And he felt like he was going to be destroyed. It was a very scary moment for him.
When he said he felt he was almost at the point of destruction, there became a pillar of light.
And I think that is one of the most powerful moments to me anyway, that he feels that struggle, but that God always overcomes it.
His willpower is what helped him get through that, along with the power of God, because God had greater plans that would not be stopped by Satan's.
He had to struggle, he had to work for that, and I think that's one of the most important things for youth to learn, is that if they pray in faith, they will get an answer, but it may not come in the form they want, and it may not be when they want it. It may be that God doesn't take away the challenge, but he strengthens their back to bear it.
We are promised that we will know the truth if we do our part.
It's so amazing that someone around our age range could go and have so much faith.
Sometimes we don't get the answer that we want if we're asking about it, but he gives us what we need, and he will help us through whatever trials we have.
Revelations and prophets are no longer a thing of the past. The day of miracles, of visions, healings, and ministering of angels has not ceased. May we fearlessly declare our witness and our gratitude for this wonderful prophet